Right, boys, take us through it.
Draft, pick 9. So if Caldwell got through, we would take him. That's pretty much a straightforward decision for us.
You guys rate him?
Yeah. I think he'll be an A grade AFL. Haley's just rock solid. He'll be like an Adam Tomlinson type who's just going to fill a role for you for the next 10 years. You can just put him wherever you want. He'll just get the job done. Great person, good character, ready-made, versatile, consistent performer.
Everyone that we've spoken to, coaches, teachers, whoever it is, like actually really likes this kid and enjoys working with him, teammates.
So the plan at the moment is we're picking O'Halloran at 19. If Adelaide haven't picked, that's your elite motor. So while I don't think we should compromise on still trying to get Caldwell, because we can get the elite motor mid in O'Halloran, speed and endurance.
Okay.
At 19.
It's just interesting. If you think Caldwell's going to be so good because you can go left and right and all that sort of stuff, then then it comes back to what Wayne says. If it means trying to move up 2 spots, then absolutely.
I do think he's going to be that good. Adelaide and Port are both in between, and they both like butters. So then there's a good chance they take him. So then we would get Caldwell and Haley, and then you think, well, is that a good mix? Bringing him to mids. I don't think it's bad. I think we'd still do that. But
you think that Adelaide or Port would take butters?
I think so. Does everyone understand why I prioritised O'Halloran in that group? So he's a mid who's got speed and endurance.
And leadership.
Leadership
Right,
is
really
impossible to
genuine
find.
leadership is the best.
What we're saying is we're banking on the Dogs to take Smith. Again.
We would be very, very happy with it.
Yeah. We would love the Suns to take Ben King, we would love the Dogs to take. Yeah. And then we would love Adelaide to take Chase Jones.
What the plan is with our picks and where it all sits at the moment. At the moment we've got 9 and 11. There's talk of us trading up to 7. We're probably thinking about it's probably not what we're going to try and do anymore. We'll just try and keep 9 and 11 and see what happens. If Caldwell slipped through, that's who we pick. We see him as the number 1 priority. Then we went with Haley, just because I just know what I'm going to get from him. I know he's going to rock up, he's going to play a number of different positions for us, and he's going to be consistent, and he's just a great character, the type of person you want to bring into your footy club. Out of the next bracket of players, prioritise Xavier O'Halloran as the main one. I think there's a lot of mids out there every year, but to find speed endurance with leadership as well is always something that I think you're always going to be crying out for. Iden, I just think he's the only tall that we're looking at on our whole draft board. Like obviously the Kings are going to be gone. It's just so hard to find talls who can play at both ends. He's got competitiveness and athleticism. So, I just think you can't go wrong with that, bringing that in. And obviously we're really happy with him as a kid. And that's basically it. So they'll be our picks for tonight.
With pick 11, the GWS Giants have selected Jai Caldwell from the Bendigo Pioneers. With pick 14, the GWS Giants have selected Jackson Haitley from Central District. Pick 22, and the last pick of the evening, GWS Giants have selected Xavier O'Halloran from the Western Jets.
Yeah, obviously we went through all the scenarios and we're unsure of how it's going to pan out, but in the end we're wrapped with what we ended up with. The fact that Jai was there with our first selection was something that we had hoped for but hadn't expected. So for that to happen first, that sort of got the ball rolling, and then after that we were just really happy with the mix we were able to end up with. Well, it was pretty much the scenario that we had sort of hoped for, but without sort of planning for it, because we knew that there was not an expectation that Jai would be there. But outside of that one, once that one dropped, the rest of the picks ended up sort of how we would have expected them, with Haitley and then O'Halloran coming in. As a whole, we've brought in 3 players who are all mids but different types, who can play other positions and all bring different athletic components to their game. We're wrapped, we had a great result last year and we saw that with how they performed, and this year, with our first 3 selections, we're ecstatic at what we've been able to bring in, and now we can sit back, enjoy tonight, and then reassess in the morning going into tomorrow.
Pick 24, Ian Hill from Perth. Pick 34, GWS Giants have matched West Coast Eagles bid for Kieran Briggs from Pennant Hills Demons.
GWS has selected Connor Iden from the Geelong Falcons.
Yeah, obviously last night really set the draft up for us. The ability last night to bring in Jai and also Jackson and then Xavier just set up the ability and provided some flexibility with what we needed to do today. The other key component was that we thought a bid may come for Kieran Briggs last night and it didn't. So that allowed us to go to work this morning and try and bring our pick 28, get that inside where we thought a bid may have come from an Adelaide or a potentially Sydney. So by doing that, we went into the futures, used a pick from the future, and got us the ability to get that small forward in Ian Hill. And then from there, it was pretty much when the bid came a bit later for Kieran Briggs, we were able to match that. Connor Iden was still on our list, and we then had the ability to work our way into a position to also add Connor to our list. So, like all clubs, we're really happy with what's unfolded over the last 2 days.